Hello, good evening, and unusually for me I am out after 6 o'clock on a Sunday evening, whereas normally I would be preparing to go to bed. Tonight I am off on a lantern tour of old Tallinn. I've been on one of these before, an organised trip through work, which was very good, and this was recommended to me by Mol, my Estonian teacher. So we'll pick up a lantern and slip and slide ourselves around old Tallinn tonight and see what the touristy thing is like. People are starting to gather for the tour, so that's the company, the Lantern Tours, and there are the lanterns. There's about 25 people on our walk tonight, which will be nice, and we get given little walkie-talkies as well. And so groups are gathering for what should be an entertaining couple of hours walking around Tallinn. And we're just about to start. We've been given some very nice walkie-talkies so we can hear the tour, and we are all carrying our little lanterns. So we're about to depart, and off we go. And we've started with the tour, and the first thing we've learnt is that there are 7 gates to the old town around the city walls, and the 7th gate we're just passing through now, and this was the old harbour gate when the sea used to come right up lapping against the walls of the old town before the sea receded. So we've learnt something already, and I'm sure it will be a very informative tour. Well, I've just learnt that is a door of a prison, and also just learnt that the cobblestones that we all see around the streets of the old town only go back to the 1980s and the Olympics, when money was spent in making the old town look more medieval, as before then they were nice smooth tarmac roads. So that's also quite interesting to know.
Killings and murder out there. They did kill people. Don't worry, they did kill people in the medieval days. They were executed. We'll get on to the execution stories. But we've stopped here, next to another tower. Very nice tower it is, one of those lovely pointy ones. But I'm pointing out that tower to you to show you that right now we are actually outside of the old city walls. But somehow we are still inside Old Town. That's a bit weird. Why would they have an old town street outside of the old city walls? Even the most basic town planning surely would put all of the streets inside the old city walls. However, there is a story for this street, and the story once again comes in the name. You will see this is Old Street, which translates to New Street. And another feature of this wall is these arches in the bottom of the wall, all along this side. Question, why are they there? Why would you put these random arches in the bottom of your wall?
Well, we've just learnt that New Street, in fact from the 17th century, 350 years old, and we've learnt that the Viru Gate is in fact the outer gates of the old town, and that the inner gate, roughly where I'm standing now, and those are city walls, and looking at the stories of the building of the old walls. There's somewhere that I haven't been before. This is actually an old medieval bastion, but so I'm told it's now called Kissing Hill, where a lot of the younger people spend their Saturday nights. And we can now see the group continuing on into the distance, so I better hurry up and catch up with them. Oh, well, there's a chimney sweep there, something that I didn't know, that to rub the top button of a chimney sweep is supposed to be good luck. Well, we've now seen the 3rd gate, the cattle gate, and where the chimney sweep is, and now the group has moved by Club Hollywood, and the cinema there. So the next little story we'll have about the Hollywood.
This is where we change from impression.
We're now in Freedom Square, admiring the foundations of the old gates, which are there underground, but also it's worth looking at just how beautiful Freedom Square is, with all the Christmas lights and the Christmas decorations that have been put there. Very, very pretty, and certainly the ice rink back where we come from also looks lovely as well. So Tallinn has really gone to town on the Christmas decorations this year. Well, we're now halfway through the tour, and it's very well organised. While we've been walking, they've set up this lovely candlelit path and cleared the snow, where we can all have a 5 to 10 minute tea break to a recording of Christmas music. Very welcome, as it's a bit chilly, been snowing a little bit, but there's this lovely candlelit path as we drink our tea and prepare for the second half of the tour. Well, as we continue our tour around the city walls, we're now walking through where Tompier Gate is, and walking through a old moat which has since been drained.
Then after the tree nursery, this place became a public park, much like the park that we see today. And in those years, in the 1930s, two small animals actually moved into this park. Those two small animals were two tiny deer. So could anybody...
Very interesting, this tour, learning all sorts of useful stuff to impress family and friends when they come to visit. But certainly this part with the drain moat, I know I've walked past it previously, but I really had no idea of the history of this area of Tallinn. And there is Tall Herman Tower, walking up towards the Parliament building now. Gentle snow, looking very, very pretty, and some nice lights there on the wall up to the left. And we've just been hearing about the Bastion tunnels, which I've done a tour of, and which also is very interesting to see. And as we reach the Parliament building, it's worth looking at the lovely Christmas lights that they put around the Parliament building. Now looking at the city walls and the scary monks, which have got some nice dusting of snow, and looking at the tour group and the skyline of Tallinn with gentle snow falling. And the tour continues, bringing us towards the Christmas market, which is still looking lovely, and was not as busy as last time I was here when it opened, so a little bit more space to see the stalls. Well, we continue the tour down the old medieval streets next to the city walls, and we're at the old Ukrainian church with what we are told is the smallest window in Tallinn, the smallest openable window in Tallinn. But very, very interesting again, learning more about the history of Old Tallinn. And so we finished the end of our tour. We've been told that we've walked 6 or 7 kilometres. It's been fantastically interesting. Definitely recommended, and look forward to being able to retell the stories to people when they visit city. So yep, lantern tours of Old Tallinn, certainly a recommended thing to do.